Today in our 2019 Cadillac XT5, we're going to be doing a test fit on the Yakima HighSpeed roof-mounted bike rack. So as you can see, I've already got it in place here just to give you a good idea what it looks like on your XT5. Now this bike rack is going to work with either a fork mount style or a through axle style. We're going to show you that here in just a little bit. I just wanted to get that out there. But now with it in place, I'd like to point out I've got it attached to my Yakima Roof Rack System that's attached to the flush mounted rails on the XT5. With my current placement, I can open up my rear hatch without any issues. My rear hatch. As you can see, it opens up here. I've got plenty of space between the bike rack. So just to give you an idea, when putting it up on your roof, you want to leave enough space for that to open up. Now here at the rear, wheel strap goes over our wheel, keeping that from bouncing around. And back to the front here, talking about that fork mount or the through axle. It actually includes a 9mm quick release skewer for that fork mount style. And then if you've got that through axle, the whole piece comes out here, and when you set your through axle in place, it actually clamps back down around that. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off and show you how that works. When doing so, you want to be sure to remove that rear strap first. And then if you're using a fork style, you can simply open up that skewer, loosen it up a little bit, and then that fork just comes out like so. But if it is a through axle style, then you would loosen up the knob here. As you can see, it's going to open up that clamp, and then the whole thing comes out like so. You can see how it's kind of giving an example of a through axle style bike. You can see the clamp on the bike rack there. I'm going to set this aside. Now this bike rack is it doesn't make any contact with the frame, so we don't need to worry about it harming our carbon fiber bikes or anything that we don't want coming in contact with the bike, So again, we don't need to worry about harming or scratching the bikes. Now the bike rack is a low profile design. Some of the wheel holder style bike racks stick up. They don't always fold flat. This one's going to have some wind resistance, and again, it has that nice sleek low profile look. So it's going to look good on our vehicle when it's not in use. Now one other thing I'd like to point out about this knob is that when it's completely tightened down, it's going to let us know when it's completely done, because it will click. So you can see that there. Once we hear that clicking noise, it's going to reassure us that our bike is safely attached to our bike rack. Now, as far as the way it clamps down, it is a clamp style. You can see the rubber straps that go underneath our rails. We've got one on each side here in the front, and then we've got one in the back. So once it's tightened down, we can give it a good shake. We're actually shaking the whole vehicle there. We can rest assured it's not going anywhere on our roof. But that's going to complete our test fit of the Yakima HighSpeed roof-mounted bike rack on our 2019 Cadillac XT5.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action. This simulates turning corners or evasively maneuvering. Once we get to the full speed bumps, we'll see the up and down action. This will be just like driving in and out of a parking lot, parking garage, or driveway. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement.